Sup, internet? Okay, I'm going to attempt to make sure that I have my ears correct, because that would be awkward. Try to get this done before the rain comes, if it even does, because there was about 5,000, alerts today that a raindrop fell in Houston and, flooding and stuff like that, because I didn't even know that there was a tropical storm headed my way. But whatever. Just rain. Anyway, the last I heard, there was a tree fall in Houston, Texas, and I'm upset for them because it made the news. So there's that. But other than that, I think they're getting just a lot of rain, and I'm fighting with this. You guys will be able to actually see how I work with a migraine. But anyway, we're going to talk, more like rant, about something that I'm quite honestly sick and tired of hearing. And I'm going to try not to act like Chris Crocker, but, there's that. And I'm going to give this one another try, because, I really don't want to have to think. So, there's that. It's been like a really weird week. I still think it's Monday. And the man was called off work yesterday, so it felt like a Sunday. So, I almost took tonight off. So, I'm just like, oh. I gotta. Anyway, so that's an update on my non-existent life. But anyway, so I keep perusing Facebook when I'm trying to ignore housework and stuff like that, which, every other person does. Which, you don't want to admit it, that's fine. I don't care, but, you do it. So I'm trying to avoid housework, and for some reason, I don't know when I followed this mental health page, but apparently I did, because I don't even know what the hell's going on with Facebook's algorithm, but apparently I'm following some kind of mental health page, and they are constantly posting Winnie the Pooh memes about how Eeyore is depressed, and I'm just like, y'all need to stop. Y'all don't even know. Because you have to kind of think of it from Eeyore's perspective. And, I know I commented on it because I was quite honestly sick of hearing it. But, that comment's going to get lost in, thousands of people commenting. And it's like, guys, have you guys ever thought that maybe Eeyore was an introvert? And, he's exhausted from all of his friends, because all the memes are always trying to make Eeyore's friends so great. And, think about it if you're an introvert and you would honestly rather just stay home and chill out, but then you got your one friend who wants to come over and talk about his damn garden and how great it is, and that's all great, and you're just sitting there like, alright, cool, gardens are cool. So, and then you have another friend coming over, asking for food again. But you can't go and tell them. Maybe they got a damn problem. That same friend at one point did literally trap himself, from what I remember, long, long ago, back when we had dinosaurs, when I was a child. I do specifically remember that one story where Pooh Bear literally ate himself so much that he got trapped in his little cave or whatever he was in, and I think he had to starve for a couple of days. I, I don't know why that is stuck in my brain at 42 years old, but I can just remember Pooh Bear, he wouldn't stop eating the fucking honey. So, yeah, there's that. He didn't know. So, there's the theory, and see, I had to go and take freaking notes because this is just, it's a lot, guys. And I really don't know what I'm doing with my makeup because I'm trying to think about how I could explain all of this, plus do makeup and stuff, but I have been thinking about this whole Pooh Bear theory for the last couple of days, and it's rather frustrating because now everybody, it's like, oh, well, it's all like it was all a mental disorder, so that, you know, we could recognize it or something to that extent. Which just leads us to now where everybody we meet, we're trying to figure out what is your disorder. And I don't want to live my life like that, guys. Because I can understand that, you know, sometimes people have a problem and sometimes people are just assholes, you know. It's just the way it is. And I probably lost about 10 subscribers just saying that. But whatever. Anyway. So, from what I have read on the Googlies, and you're just like, can you stop calling it that? No, I will not. Because it confuses the FBI agent that's watching me. Yeah. By the way, he still hasn't said hi. Just, anyway. I'm rambling. I am. Anyway, so we have Tigger with ADHD, which, if you've seen my videos, I have a little bit of that too. Have you not noticed? But, oh well. So and I would honestly think that he's obviously an extrovert too. Because he's cool with just talking to anybody, I guess. Which, there's nothing wrong with that. But again, we have Eeyore. That is obviously an introvert. Which I really don't think Eeyore's depressed, guys. I just, speaking from somebody who everybody thinks that, well, I wouldn't say they think I'm depressed, but I'm just like very unimpressed with things. And everybody's like, ain't you happy? And I'm like, pretty happy. Why don't you show it? But I do. Because I know Eeyore even showed his happiness, but, you know, I keep trying to think back to the times where in the Winnie the Pooh shows that were not, because they try to make his friends seem so great. But then if you think about it from his perspective, I know there had to have been a few shows where Eeyore just like, I think he wanted to visit Rabbit and just hang out or whatever, but Rabbit was going on a neurotic streak about his garden and stuff, and which, oh, what did they say he has? They said he has OCD, which that's, I guess that's fair. But they also say that Al is dyslexic and narcissistic. Yeah, that's fair because you could never really have a conversation with Al, as far as I know, which I'm going to attempt to try to do something because it's just very, very hard to understand the concept. And oh my gosh, that is, I think I just stuck my brush in glitter, so I don't know. That's not going to work, guys. But how many times have you actually watched Pooh Bear where Eeyore is actually just trying to hang out with his friends and his friends make it all about them? And Eeyore just, goes along with it. That is more glitter. I'm trying to find a shimmer shade, guys. This is not working. I may have to just give up on this palette because trying the whole, support America and stuff like that, but this palette is quite a disappointment to me. It really is. Which you'll probably see something about that in maybe a 2 or 3 minute video before this one, I think. I don't know. I got like 4 videos to film tonight, I believe. Anyway, back to the subject, which, no, I don't have ADHD or anything. Shiny. I do recall one where, what did they say? Piglet has anxiety, I believe. And I can see that because we all have that one friend you got to kind of be gentle with and everything. And that's all well and good. But does anybody remember that one where I don't exactly know what the whole situation was, but I remember it was Eeyore and Piglet on a swing, and they were just finally chilling out and being on the swing, and you finally see Eeyore happy, and just like, see, we're just chilling out. We're not talking about all our problems and stuff like that. And now I know there's some people that say, well, we got to talk about our problems and stuff. Well, yeah, but how many of those times has Eeyore just like tried to hang out with his friends, and Al tried to make himself smart? Tigger is just bouncing off the freaking walls because he's really excited about whatever freaking adventure you're about to go on. And Rabbit's talking about his garden, which it's good to have hobbies, I'll never fault anybody for that. And then they said, let's see, Kanga, social anxiety, and Rue is on the autism spectrum because he does not know fear. And they said that Kanga has social anxiety because she's a helicopter mom. Okay. I do have family members with autistic children, but quite honestly, Rue seemed like a regular kid to me. I did not see anything really out of the ordinary to him or as him in the show. He just seemed like a regular kid, and they're just like, well, he had an obsession with being in his mother's pouch and he didn't know fear. And I'm like, well, if you have a helicopter mom that is constantly fixing things for you and making sure that you don't stick a butter knife into the light socket, you're not going to know fear. But, that's it completely. No, I did not let my children stick a butter knife into the light socket to teach them fear, guys. Don't even. My child is probably going to comment on this and say, yes, you did, Mom. No, I didn't. Don't believe her. She's a horrible child. Anyway. But I'm really trying hard to see where these mental disorders are, especially when they say that Christopher Robin is schizophrenic because all of these animals are facets of his mind. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's literally what every author goes through when they're writing a story. So does that mean people who write novels and any type, even bedtime stories, when I made them up for my kids, does that mean I'm schizophrenic? No. I mean, the voices say that I'm not schizophrenic, but, people are trying to make things more than they really are, guys. And I see this more as people trying to use, I'm going to Google all of these things and all of a sudden I have a mental illness, so therefore I have an excuse. But then we have to go back to the, well, that explains it, but that doesn't excuse it. Because I can't sit there and like say if I'm a waitress and be a complete dick to somebody and spit in their food and just say, oh, I'm sorry, I had a bad day. Well, I don't give a shit if you had a bad day. You're still going to get fired, right? Because your bad day explains your behavior, but that doesn't excuse it. And just, y'all just need to leave Eeyore alone because Eeyore is freaking tired, guys. Do you know what it's like to be an introvert and to have everybody want to hang out? Which it's great and all, but I just want to chill at home. Don't come over. I'll ignore your phone calls and texts. Yes, ask my family. Just, I'm a terrible person, guys. I am like the worst friend ever. Because I always joke that I am that background friend because I'm just like, I have a sister. She like texts me once a month or so and says, yo, you still alive? Yep, still kicking. Not dead yet. You know, there's that. I mean, at least she texts me to make sure that I'm still alive. I mean, even though you could watch the videos, I'm still alive. Although she does have reason to be concerned. No, not for that reason. But craziness, that's why. Wow, this one took a turn. But yeah, that is what I can make of it. And did I have everybody? Kanga, Tigger, Roo, Christopher Robin. Why do I keep thinking I'm forgetting somebody in the Winnie the Pooh family? But so do you think Igor is really depressed? Or if he is just an introvert? Do you think any of these characters even really had these conditions, so to speak? Because honestly, I don't. I think that the whole point of the show was to be showing us that there are other people out there with different personalities other than ours. And we had to learn to love them, basically, because, you know, I will admit I am a hard person to love because I am not that gushy person. I'm very, ew, cuddling, ew, yuck. Just, I ain't that girl. Just, I do have, no. I know a lot of people would be very surprised if they knew the real me, because I am like completely happy to just sit at home and not really talk to anybody, and it's very frustrating to my family because they're always like, Mom, let's go do something, babe, let's go do something, and it's like, oh God, there's people out there, I don't want to deal with it. But yeah. I know. It's just sorry for, you know, what was it? Telling the truth. But I can see how some people would think that Eeyore is depressed, but then I can also think that maybe if anybody is depressed, it might be Kanga, quite honestly, because she's trying to fix everything for her son, which it's always the people that you don't expect. So there's that. So they need to think about that theory. I mean, at least Eeyore is kind of open about his feelings and didn't hide it. I don't know, maybe Al was the one that was depressed. Maybe that's why he tried to make himself smart all the time. I don't know. Who do you think was really depressed in that show? Because there's 20 minutes of absolute nonsense, and I don't even know if I really make my point, but my BoxyCharm has been sitting for 3 days, and I kind of want to see what's in it, so there's that. Anyway, I will let you guys go and talk to you guys later, and you guys let me know what you guys think in the comment, okay? Bye, Internet!